In the wild and unpredictable world of football, few stories match the chaos, brilliance, and sheer audacity of Edmundo, nicknamed the Animal. A player with immense talent, capable of rivaling legends like Ronaldo Nazário in his prime, yet equally infamous for his unpredictable behavior, Edmundo's journey is as much about raw football genius as it is about the complexities of human nature. His story is one of defiance, loyalty, and a lifelong love-hate relationship with Vasco da Gama, his childhood club. A prodigy turned prodigal. Edmundo's rise. Born in Niterói, Brazil, Edmundo was destined for greatness from a young age. His talent was undeniable, but so was his unruly temperament. At 19, he found himself expelled from Botafogo's youth academy after showing up to training completely naked. His antics left most clubs unwilling to take a chance on him. But Vasco da Gama, his boyhood team, decided to gamble on this volatile talent. Edmundo repaid their faith spectacularly. At the prestigious youth tournament Campeonato, he not only led Vasco to their first title but scored a stunning solo goal reminiscent of Pele's brilliance. This performance fast-tracked him into the first team despite concerns about his behavior. His debut alongside the legendary Bebeto was nothing short of phenomenal, immediately establishing him as Vasco's star. Palmeiras, a Brazilian giant, soon came knocking with a hefty $500,000 offer, but Vasco held firm, declaring Edmundo untouchable. Breaking records and burning bridges. By his early 20s, Edmundo had become a national sensation. In the 1992 season, he contributed 32 goals in a team already boasting stars like Bebeto and Roberto Dynamite. He helped Vasco secure an invincible run in the Carioca Championship, a feat that solidified his status as one of Brazil's top talents. Even Zico, a legend of Vasco's arch-rivals Flamengo, admitted, "Hold on to this kid, he's phenomenal." Despite his heroics, Vasco sold him to Palmeiras for $2 million, claiming they were offloading a problem, not a player at Palmeiras. Edmundo transformed the team's fortunes, ending their 17-year title drought with back-to-back championships. In the process, he became Brazil's top forward, forming a lethal partnership with Rivaldo. Yet, his time at Palmeiras wasn't without controversy. Known for his temper, he sparked riots, slapped referees, and earned 5 red cards in one season. Even so, his brilliance attracted interest from European giants like Real Madrid. Edmundo, however, shockingly turned them down, stating that Palmeiras was a bigger club in his eyes. Loyalty to Vasco. A love-hate relationship. Edmundo's bond with Vasco da Gama was as complicated as it was enduring. The club wasn't merely his employer, it was his spiritual home, the stage where his genius and chaos collided. Despite his undeniable talent, his career was marred by unpredictability and emotional outbursts, but Vasco remained the one constant in his volatile journey. It was the club where he evolved from a promising young striker into one of Brazil's most iconic players. However, Edmundo's loyalty to Vasco was tested early in his career. After flourishing at Palmeiras and helping them secure 2 São Paulo state titles, he shocked Vasco fans by joining Flamengo, their bitterest rivals. The betrayal sparked outrage, and he was branded a villain by the very supporters who once adored him. Yet, Edmundo's connection to Vasco ran deeper than the anger of a disillusioned fan base. Over time, he returned to his roots, proving that his heart belonged to the team that first embraced him. His third stint with Vasco in 1997 was a career-defining chapter. Edmundo played with a fire and focus rarely seen, scoring and assisting at an extraordinary pace. He didn't just lead Vasco to glory, he etched his name in history. His 6-goal performance against União São João remains the stuff of legend, a feat of pure dominance that demonstrated his unrivaled instincts and audacity. His record-breaking 40-goal contributions that season weren't just statistics, they were a testament to his singular brilliance. Despite his flaws, Edmundo became a hero for Vasco fans once more, their love for him rekindled by his electrifying performances. He was named the league's best player, a recognition that cemented 1997 as the pinnacle of his career. Europe beckons, but Carnival calls. Edmundo's talent was undeniable, but his unpredictable nature made him an enigma. After his record-breaking season with Vasco, Europe came calling and Fiorentina secured his signature in 1998 for a modest $9 million, an astonishing bargain for a player of his caliber. In Florence, he joined forces with the legendary Gabriel Batistuta, and the pair quickly became one of Serie A's most lethal attacking duos. For the first half of the season, Fiorentina dominated the league, with Edmundo dazzling fans and pundits alike. His technical ability, creativity, and audacious style were perfectly suited to Italian football. But just as Fiorentina's title aspirations reached their peak, disaster struck. Batistuta suffered a serious injury, and the club turned to Edmundo to lead the team in their captain's absence. Instead of rising to the challenge, Edmundo chose to prioritize his personal life over professional obligations. When Carnival season arrived in February, he left Italy and returned to Brazil, ignoring the club's desperate attempts to keep him focused on their title race. His decision left fans bewildered, and Fiorentina's campaign faltered without their star striker. Edmundo's departure was more than just a professional misstep, it was emblematic of his complex relationship with football. For him, the sport was never about global stardom or accolades. He openly admitted that he didn't aspire to be the best in the world, a sentiment that baffled many but resonated with those who understood his deeply personal approach to the game. To Edmundo, football was a passion, not a career. Europe's grandeur and acclaim couldn't compete with the pull of Carnival or the familiar embrace of Vasco da Gama. Even at the height of his success, his heart remained rooted in Brazil, where his love for the game and his chaotic, colorful life thrived. Tragedy and redemption. Edmundo's career was marred by off-field controversies, none more devastating than a car accident in 1995 that claimed 3 lives, including a close friend. Though he wasn't under the influence, his excessive speed placed him on trial for manslaughter, a case that dragged on for over 2 decades. The incident left an indelible mark on him, yet it didn't halt his on-field exploits. After the accident, Edmundo returned to Vasco, where he was welcomed back as a hero. In one memorable match, he scored a hat trick against Flamengo, earning a standing ovation from fans who had once despised him. His performances during this period were nothing short of extraordinary, cementing his legacy as one of Vasco's all-time greats. Legacy of a maverick. Edmundo's career defies conventional narratives. He was a player who could have been a global icon, yet he chose a different path, one rooted in personal freedom and loyalty to his roots. While his antics often overshadowed his talent, his love for Vasco da Gama and his refusal to conform make his story unique. Edmundo's story reminds us that sometimes passion for the game doesn't always align with fame and fortune. From his legendary return to Vasco to the infamous Carnival break in Italy, his career was full of twists and turns. What do you think? Was Edmundo a misunderstood genius, or did his unpredictability hold him back from reaching his true potential? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more football legends' untold stories. Until next time, keep the passion alive.